Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second period of our class. How was the test? Sorry, my laptop's camera angle is down here, not right up. So the point of view that I'm looking is not upside directly, but it's little. It should have been right here. So it looks awkward, although. Let's begin. So yeah, how was the test? Was it easy or was it hard? I think it was pretty easy, right? Because I made it easy for you guys, and I even gave you guys some great hints at the bottom for the vocabulary test. I hope nobody missed it. And yeah, anyway, so we only have 40 minutes again. Yeah, I will be back to Mongolia on Monday morning. And from the airport, I'll be directly going to school and I will be in the class, hopefully before the class begin. So, if anyone really wants any special gift from Korea, please personally message me and pay me, okay? I can buy something for you from Korea if you need me as the path to your delivery. So, being that said, today we actually stopped at the listening section in the last class. So let's begin with listening. So let me quickly share my PowerPoint. Yes, here it's a student book page 55, right? Hopefully you guys all can see this. So this unit 5's argument, listening topic is argument. Although it sounds a little bit strong, I mean, we all argue about different things because all the people have different opinions and idea. And even though we see the same object, every people see it differently, right? Because we all have different background, family, knowledge, and race, and more. So as you can see here on the top of student book page 55, everyone has your book open, right? So please, if you haven't, please open your book, page 55. And if you see on top of book, page 55, you will see this picture, right? And what do you see here? There are two people trying to argue with the car. And I see a person, well, one person is angry, and one person seems like she's trying to evacuate. He's trying to escape from his own mistake, and he's trying to give excuse saying that it's only a scratch, right? Yeah, we don't see here whether it's really just only a scratch or it's a huge bump. But the guy is seems like he's very angry, right? You see his reddish face. So when some problem happens, we have to solve it through our conversation, right? It's always a good way to solve issue with talking rather than going into more uh, emotional uh, sense. So let's learn what kind of phrases or specific vocabulary words, verbs that we can use when we start our arguments with others. Okay, and the point is choosing the correct or right verb will deliver you a better idea, which will prevent the other person from misunderstanding your opinion, right? For example, if you were trying to tell him that you agree, right, with his opinion, but if you choose like different verb, that he may misunderstand you are actually opposing his idea. Okay. So next, if you go to the bottom, yes, we read about this verbs before, right? And I told you guys that concede means admit, correct? That I agree that it's my fault. And all the other verbs, such as argue, I insist, I protest, right? It's a little bit more stronger verb that is delivering more stronger opinion against others. And some verbs like recommend, I propose, I announce, right? Observe, though I inform, those are some more, it has more warmer feeling, right? I'm just trying to recommend you some of my opinion. I'm not trying to force you to believe or follow my words, but I'm just gently delivering my thoughts to you. Okay. And then some words, especially like threaten or yeah, like even like the word for threaten means we usually don't say this, right? I threaten you to do that, right? But it sounds more funny to say that we say this, use this word when we are maybe just joking with your friends. I threaten you to do my dishes, brother, right? I usually do this to my younger sister, actually. So now let's be ready to listen the audio file 2.06. Okay, so please, Parang Baksha, please play audio number 2.06, and then you will listen about 8 conversations, okay? And then you will use choose one of the words from here, and then try to guess which words will be the right answer for blank, okay? You will listen the short conversation or opinion about the person, and then you have to put the right words that will correctly explain the person's way of delivering the idea. Okay, so please pause this video for a while and play the audio and solve number 1 to 8. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, did you guys all get the answer? I hope it wasn't that hard. Okay, let me actually quickly tell you the answer because I am pretty sure you guys are very curious about the answer. Sorry, please wait for a minute while I open my answer sheet from the application in my laptop. Here you go. Okay, so the first answer is the woman threatened, right? Woman threatened to punish the children if they didn't stop misbehaving, okay? Woman threatened, okay? Number 2, the boy protested his innocence and denied breaking the window. Boy protested. Right? Protest means that he's trying to argue against strongly for his innocence, that it's not his fault. Number 3, the woman objected to the plan to build a supermarket near our house. Object means the verb object is not the noun. Object is to deny. I mean, disagree. Okay, I object your idea means I disagree your idea. Okay, so it means she doesn't like a supermarket to be built near her house. Okay. Number 4, he agreed that he was at fault for starting the argument. Number 5, the teacher reminded the students that they had a test coming up. Number 6, the man complained to the waiter that his food was cold and smelled odd. Number 7, the woman announced that she and her boyfriend were going to get married. Number 8, the man warned them not to swim in the river. Okay? Did you guys choose the correct words for each sentence? I probably think they can be multiple correct verbs. Okay? If you think certain words might fit better, I think you may be correct. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfectly just set on one verb. Okay? So now let's go into the next practice. Okay, actually, yeah, let's open our student book, page 128. Okay, it's time to do the vocabulary builder on page 1 to 8. So it actually helps you build more knowledge on vocabularies on the argument when you use the argument. So actually, I put all the answers for your time's sake. So you can copy paste the answer from here. Okay. And let's quickly go through each answer. So number 1 is advice. Okay. Where do we see advice? In number 5, right? Advise means suggest to someone what you think they should do. Okay, I advise you to study harder. I suggest you to study harder. I recommend, okay? Argue. Okay, argue means number 2 is number 6, right? Give reasons why you think something is right or wrong, especially if you are trying to persuade somebody. The reason why you're arguing is that your idea is right and the others is wrong. Okay, to try to persuade, to try to let them take an action, right? If maybe your brother is think the cleaning room is not good and you know it's wrong, so you want to persuade your younger brother to clean the room, and you may argue with him. Okay. Number 3, boast. Talk number 2, right? It's, number 2, talk with too much pride about something you have done or you can do. Boast. All right, I boast on my academical success that I got 100 point on my last English exam. Okay, I boast that I'm better than you, right? So that's boast. Number 4, claim. Where is claim? Yeah, it's same in number 4, right? Say that something is true even though you may not be sure or others don't believe it. Okay? You can say, I claim that Sangjae Bakshi is tall. I mean, it's not true, right? But it can be true. It may be subjective opinion. So saying something true, even though some people may not be sure about it. Okay, next one, concede. Concede on number 3, admit that something is true. Okay. Number 6, inform. Tell someone about something, especially in an official way. Okay, that's very keyword, official way. When you say I inform him about it, it sounds like he didn't just talk to him personally, but I mean, it can be personal, but in more official way. Maybe you gave him like an official letter, okay, or sent him an official email. So some way it's official. Okay, number 7 and to 11, It says insist, mention, propose, question, and reveal. Good. Okay, and then you will be listening to 5 people talking. Which reporting verb would you use to report what they are saying? Okay, let's skip this actually, okay? So it's a pretty same exercise which you just did before. Okay. Okay, good. Let's actually go back to the page 55. Okay, I'll give you a minute to go find book page 55 and find question number 3. Okay. It says listen to 3 conversations and choose the correct answers. There are 2 questions for each conversation. Okay. You will listen 3 conversation, but in each conversation you have to answer 2 answers. Okay. And please focus on the words. For example, on number 1, it says the woman insists, right? Okay, the man concede. What does it mean insist? What does it mean man concedes? You have to pay more attention on those specific words, okay? So if you're ready, please pause this video and play number 207. Bilingual Workshop, please play audio 2.07. Okay, you guys done, right? So let's check the answers again. Okay, number 1, the woman insists that C, the man has misunderstood advice in the article. Number 2, the man agrees that A, the article may contain some truth. Conversation 2, you hear 2 people talking about an argument that got out of control. What does the woman think about the argument she had with her partner? It's number C. She fears that they will split up. Number 2, the man reveals that he and his partner, B, also have serious rows. B also have serious rows. Okay, last one, conversation 3. Number 1, the woman claims that B, she and her partner don't need to make up after an argument. She claims that she think that it may not be true, but she and her partner don't need to make up after an argument. Last one, number 2, what does the man think of the woman's attitude to arguments? A, he argues that it may have long-term negative consequences. A, he argues that it may have long-term negative consequences. Good. So today we learned about, during this unit 5 listening section, I think choosing the right words for the right situation is the key here. Okay, when you listen to certain circumstances or context, you have to say, choose the correct words that explains the situation most in a correct way, right? So I think we can, yeah, finish our listening section here. And since we have left some time, I told you guys last time to do number 5D instead, right? Which is grammar that teaches us how to use it. Okay, let's go to the next section of our slide. Okay, before we start, I will just give you a quick questions, okay? There are 5 sentences that doesn't tell you what it is, but you have to guess what it is. Okay? Just read each of sentences and try to guess what it is. And I will tell you the answer after a minute. Okay? Okay, number one is tall when it's young and short when it's old. Many people used to read by it. When it's tall when it's young and short when it's old. Many people used to read by it, okay? Anyone can guess what it means? The answer is it's actually a candle. A candle. Okay, when it's dark, people read the book by it, right? Number two, take off its skin and you may cry, but it won't. It's pretty easy, right? It's an onion. 당근. Number three, it dries when it gets wet. A towel. Okay, it dries our body, but it gets wet. Number four, give it food and it will live. But give it water and it will die. It's pretty easy. Also, a fire. Last one, it gets bigger every time you take from it. A hole. A hole. When you dig a dirt, it gets bigger, right? I mean, it was just an interesting opening about how we can use it in English. Okay. And today, I don't want to take too much time from you, but let's finish our class by reading this short article about the 10 tour challenge. Okay, it's pretty interesting article about the teenagers in England, how they're challenging themselves to overcome the hardships. Okay, but before we start, anyway, by the way, the test result will be um, revealed next week. Okay, I'll try to yeah, check your test sheets and then give you guys the score on the day when I arrive. Okay. I hope you guys study at least a little bit yesterday or the day before. Okay. I have this sense that many of you guys, not all of you, but are not really taking the test seriously. Okay. And I was actually very gracious on you guys. Because I gave you guys to do open book test, or even sometimes I told you answer one by one. But let's try to be a little bit more serious about the test from now on, because it's also a very beneficial, educational, and useful training that you review what you learned before. Okay. And since it's a grammar, if you don't review it, it gets pretty confusing because I mean, it's for me, like I think that it's sometimes I feel like I know English and I also speak English and I have been speaking English for more than 10 years, like some of you guys. And because that thought, opinion that I have learned, I know English a lot. Sometimes it makes me prideful and then prevent me from like studying the correct grammar. And even honestly, I learn a lot from teaching you guys this textbook. So I believe that it's also very helpful to even for some of you may be easy, but take this opportunity to really deeply learn this grammar. Okay, once maybe your lifetime, it may be your last chance, right? Okay, let's read it together. The 10 tour challenge, okay? Just follow after me, not follow. Let's read it all together. So open your mouth, okay? with a loud voice. Let's read this. Yes, I made it larger for you. Let's read it all together. 1, 2, 3. The 10 Tours Challenge is an annual weekend hike for teenagers organized by the British Army. It takes place on Dartmoor, a vast area of moorland in southwest England. Teams are made up of 6 people. The aim is to visit 10 points on the moor within 34 hours, walking a total of 56, 72, or 88 kilometers, depending on the age group. Participants have to carry everything with them: tent, food, clothes, and water. It isn't a race, but a test of endurance and of navigation and survival skills, though teams often compete to see who can finish first. Good. Okay, we read about the 10 tour challenge. Would you like to take part in it? Okay, or have you guys ever have done this kind of thing in Mongolia? Because Mongolia even have a larger, vast area compared to England. Okay, maybe you guys have walked more than 100 kilometers, maybe with horse. Or do you know why any similar challenges or races? Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe Mongolia has this kind of race. Maybe try to survive in the Gulf Desert for like 3 or 5 days without any item, right? I'm not sure, but I think it'd be interesting to do this kind of challenge in Mongolia, right? Mongolia is very more challenging, has more challenging atmosphere than England, I believe. Okay. So let's finish with just listening to this audio file. So listen to Ellen talking to about 10 tour challenges and complete the sentences. Okay. So you will listen to this audio file, talking about 10 tour challenge, and you will answer to fill in the blank about 1 to 8. So you don't have to write the perfect vocabulary, and the audio won't say the exact sentences same as this. So when you listen, try to listen carefully and try to understand each detail. And you have to fill out these blanks with your memory. Okay. So try to focus carefully on the listening section. Okay, and then fill in the blank. Hey, Byron Baksha, please please play the audio. Okay. If the bell has rang already, yeah, you can finish this class. Okay, and go back home. And your homework is, yes, do listening section on workbook. I will post the audio file on your chat room. Okay. Okay, the answer for, if you're done, your answer for number 2 was people regard it as impossible to the distance in such a short time. Number 2, it isn't easy to walk. Okay, let's cut our lesson today. I think the time is up. So thanks for watching this video and being in the class. And homework is, again, do workbook listening section. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you spend a great weekend with your parents, and I'll see you next Monday. Thank you. See you.